Hi guys, welcome to Jesus in the Real, a podcast by the Omoabine Bears.
Jesus in the Real is really just us sharing about the real stuff we deal with, journeying as humans, being married, and real life in general.
All our views are personal and based on personal experience. So sit back, chill, and enjoy the conversation.
And we are live. We're back, baby.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Jesus in the Real.
We're getting it in.
We're really trying, guys. We're trying to be consistent
with Jesus in the Real.
We're proud of ourselves for how far we've come.
Especially because we're both super sleepy today.
Yeah, we're already tired.
We didn't know if we were gonna shoot. And Nigeria's hot. I don't know. The heat is just. It's been unnatural. I don't know where you are. If you're in Nigeria, I don't know if you can testify about this.
Yeah.
But the heat has just been such an unnatural type of heat. I remember Jamie was telling me 2 days ago, said if it's hot like this here, I do not want to go to hell.
I don't want to go to hell. Please. See, I was reminded once again. I know that's not my only reason for not wanting to go to hell. But
I think that's a good enough reason. Babe.
We were talking about it, and I said that even in this heat, the presence of God is still here, and hell is basically the absence of God. So I don't even want to imagine
that's a big zero.
Going through this without the presence of God. It was really, really hot. But yeah, we're back.
Yeah. How many episodes? This is episode 3.
No, I think this is episode 4.
We've really been trying.
We
have been consistent and diligent. Up, high five. Our ceremonial high five. Dun dun dun. So we're doing something a little different today. I managed to convince Jamie to bring one of our date night things to the podcast, to the video, to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So usually when we go on dates.
Yeah.
Yes, if you're a married person, you do still go on dates.
Not as often as we'd like, but we try.
So we spend time just trying to be super weird and just ask each other weird questions, interesting questions, things that we may not have considered outside of our normal everyday conversation. And so we're bringing that to the table today.
And one of the reasons we do this is because we find that these phones can be such a huge distraction. You're going out, you're supposed to be on date night, and before you know it, you've had a bit of conversation, and then both of you are on your phones and you're checking Twitter, talking about Instagram, talking about so many things that are going on digitally with everybody else, but apart from both of you. And the idea of date night is clearly to, for intimacy, to breed intimacy. Then you find yourself distracted by everything else. So, we're just okay, even though we read the questions from our phone, but we try not to do anything else in regards to our phone, no social media. We try to do that and just ask each other. And it's funny how I think the last time we did this, there were so many random stories that were coming out,
so many secrets
from this, and me, I just assumed that he already knew, and he was like, how do I not know this? So it's actually quite interesting to actually do that.
I and Jamie both went to uni. We both had different results.
And he never... I'm sure I told him. I think he forgot.
I thought I was the person that left school with terrible results. Little did I know. Let's not forget that when I and Jemimah first got together, Jemimah thought I was illiterate. She didn't think I could read.
That's not true.
The day that she found out I could read and write, you could see the genuine shock on her face.
He's actually a very good writer, but he in fact, he doesn't even write as I feel like now his writing is very in one direction. Then it was really interesting stories from the 1820s, really, really creative stories. So I was like, well done, sir. I don't know that.
I didn't know you weren't illiterate.
No, that's not what I meant. But yeah, I was impressed.
All right,
I was impressed. All
right. So there are no points in this game. We're going to do another game, not today, but later on, where we're going to do some pop culture. But today we're just going to focus on just having a conversation.
Yeah.
We have 12 questions each. And basically, I call out a number, and she reads out the question, and I try my best to answer as honestly as possible. So I'm gonna go with randomly, any, meeny, miny, mo, cat's got the flu, dog's got the measles, I'll go as you. I'm gonna pick. It's something I used to say in primary school. It's when I have a choice to make. I'm gonna go with number 6.
From my list, yeah?
Yeah, from your list.
Okay. Okay, we have to time ourselves.
Okay.
Because this, I think I've heard, and I'm still hearing some new ones. Do you have any dating horror stories?
Wow. Let me think. I had someone try to kill me once. She said that she'll kill both of us. And we were driving in the car and she was speeding. I told you that now. Yeah. Then I had like one very horrible kiss incident. That just really, it still freaks me out till today. She tried to put her tongue in my mouth prematurely. Do you understand? And it was such a gross, it was like we hadn't gone to that level where we were exchanging tongue. So I didn't even know where it came from. And she was freakishly strong. So it was like almost like if she wanted to pin me, like, you're going to get this tongue today, boy.
Oh my God.
I remember I had nightmares.
Disclaimer, guys, this is pre-Christ.
This is pre-Christ, yeah.
Pre-Christ.
Yeah. So it was like, it really freaked me out.
Please don't go around sticking tongues inside each other's distance.
Even if, you're dating someone, you're getting married, don't rush and stick your tongue down someone else's. It's a lot. Tongue is a lot of things, So you don't know if the person has brushed. Not everybody has oral hygiene. I remember I was reading a story on Twitter where the girl, everybody whenever came over to her house, she gave them the exact same toothbrush.
That's disgusting.
She never threw it out.
That's
and disgusting. I remember I said, yo, this is why Jesus said stay celibate so you don't meet weird people.
That is so disgusting. Okay, so I think I can see your question, so I have to...
Please turn. I'm going to turn my laptop just a slight tiny bit.
2.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done to impress a crush?
I don't have...
You've never done anything weird.
I don't have all those crazy stories. To impress a crush. Like, most people that I was crushing on back then, I just used to stalk them from afar.
Chilling with the big boys.
Whatever's mate. I just used to stalk them from afar and just watch them and, just... Yes, I'll just use the word stalk. Let me not say watch their every move.
You're a bit of a creeper. Like, I'll be doing stuff and this woman's watching me, like just undressing me halfway across the room. I'm like, why are you creeping, babe?
So yeah, I would say so not to impress because maybe they didn't know, but yeah, stalking from afar. That's my I'm very FBI-ish when it comes to things like that.
Oh, yeah. After
me and my sister.
Honestly, you don't want to.
My sister is NSA, CIA.
You don't want these people to investigate you, yo. You see, listen, man. If you're in the village in 2002, they got your informations,
man. So yeah, I would say the craziest thing is because stalking. It is kind of crazy, but they wouldn't have known.
I think I tried to convince someone to follow me on a date to a graveyard. I was trying to be like super unique. And I was like, yo, and it was a graveyard in Benin City of all places. So I was like, yo, let's go to the graveyard. I even thought maybe this was
the UK where people are more open to going to graveyards.
I was like, yo, let's go to the graveyard. We're going to have some drinks. The cab is going to wait for us. We're going to look for a ghost. It was just a super weird experience.
The Oibo man in Math.
I'm going to go for number 7.
Okay. If you could hold on to just one memory for the rest of your life, what would it be? Oh, I like that one. I have many.
1999 Champions League final, United, Bayern. I was joking. Funny enough, I was joking. It's a special memory to me, but the memory that I really like, it's going to sound a bit like as if I'm just, but genuinely, I remember Kemi sent me a picture from our wedding. And I remember it was such our wedding was just really intimate and small. But I remember I had gotten Judah. I don't know if you know this, Judah's a very forgetful person. And so, like, I had pestered Judah for weeks, or even months, even weeks.
Yeah, because he was doing a song for me.
From Coldplay. And Judah's number one, very liable to not only forget the lyrics, completely forget that the wedding was on such a date. And I was terrified of Judah forgetting because to me he was a big part of the ceremony as one of our songs. and it was a song called Green Eyes, and he had to rewrite it to Brown Eyes because clearly Jamie
I don't have green eyes.
Green Eyes, and so Judah had to perform that, and then Segun Samson came with a guy that played a violin, and it was just such a beautiful song.
Yeah, it was.
And then there's Jamie in her beautiful white flowing dress. And it was just like,
and Matthew holding his tears back.
No, I'm not even.
I wish I still had that video. Like he saw me and he looked away and was like,
I'm gonna be a real G, yeah. I'm gonna be real, yeah, and I'm gonna agree. I saw my wife, yeah. She was looking good. She was looking, I was like, my investment is on ground. I was like, yeah, God, you did it. You came through. And she's walking up the aisle. You feel me? Fair enough. I'm feeling a bit emotional on the inside. Yeah. You feel me? I didn't cry like a real G.
I was really hoping that,
because I knew that if I cried, this one would to my grave. Like I knew that in her 90s, her dying words would be cried on the wedding day. and I would like I can't imagine.
I was really hoping to cry when I was like yes, and then he just said it. I was like
no, I'm a real G.
And I will love you. We know that I am. Oh, I will cherish you through the good and the bad. Oh, I will love you. We know that I am. And I will cherish you through the good and the bad. Baby, I'm looking in your eyes. You're the only one. You're the only one. Baby, now I'll hold you in my arms. You're the only.
That was actually a very special moment. I think I was going to say, now that you've mentioned that, I don't think I I'm trying to say all the times I've traveled, because Matthew knows that I am in dire need of holiday. So all I'm thinking of is the abroad. I was going to say all the times I've traveled, but actually that was a very special. Anytime I watch the video, I actually get teary. So shout out to Segun Samson.
Yeah,
that song
was people were weeping, man.
That song.
If that was a worship, if there was like a church service, people would have been slain in the spirit, because that song was, and the violin guy. Because I didn't expect the violin guy. I thought it was just Segun with his guitar showing up, and then there's the violin guy. That violin guy played for his life.
Yeah, babe, that was actually
that
really
was a
sweet.
special moment.
Okay, I will go with 10.
Okay, number 10. If you could instantly become an expert at something, what would it be?
I think we've talked about this before, so I'm trying not to, because I liked your answer.
Expert bank robber.
No. So I think expert at something would be, and this may seem basic, but for me, like providing solutions, like just always having the solutions to issues.
Wow, now you be Jesus.
Alas, because I feel like the world would be such. I know that of course there's having the solution and then there's implementation and execution of that, but like just always having solutions
like
to
idea
so like so I know that may be a lot for one person to take on, having a solution for everything, but yeah, I've always just, because I'm quite analytical, so I'm always like working over things.
You're a big planner.
I'm always working over things in my head and trying to figure out, how will this end up? And I studied product design, so maybe that's why. But like just constantly just knowing immediately this is a solution. It's a gift of the spirit, shall in one kind of way. Can be a gift of the spirit. But yeah, I think that's mine. And I'm going to steal, because Marv has mentioned this before, being able to learn any language immediately. So I'm going to steal from him, because he's mentioned that before. But yeah.
Okay, definitely. Learning any language would just be so easy, because it just makes people just love you.
Learning languages is not easy. It's actually not.
Okay, it's your question, or is it my question?
Was that
you pick number 10, so I'm going to go with number 1.
Okay, what dating advice would you give to yourself back in high school?
When you see someone that's crazy, don't be attracted to them. I don't know. I saw it. I saw your look. When you see someone is out of their mind and they have a track record of being out of their mind, for some reason I was attracted to crazies, and so stay away from them, Math. Stay away from. You know, it would save you a world of trouble.
Yeah, I'm the only sane person. Anyway, I'm not actually sure about that, you know, because I always tell him that I suspect that you have a part in bringing out.
See, here's the thing.
These crazies. And I say that because, you know, there have been some times that a part of crazy has come out from me. So I sense that he had a part to play. This is maybe not fully, but a part to play in.
This is an agenda. What I'll say, the problem was that I would see someone, I would be attracted to them because I would see the crazy just bubbling underneath the surface of that. You can usually tell.
Just like drama.
Was just bubbling.
Why?
And you know, and I'm like, yo, I want to meet her. And so yeah, I would say that your life would be a lot more peaceful, Matthew, if you stayed away from the people who would almost kill you on different occasions. Okay, yeah.
Okay, number 8.
Number 8 is, if animals could talk, which one would be the biggest jerk?
Animals. Jerk? I was going to say that cats would be really sassy.
I know cats would be
so sassy.
They're too spicy.
Very, very sassy. The attitude, like, yeah.
Like a cat will eye you up and down.
Like real elitist, snobbish, sassy.
And you're taking care of them. You're feeding them, you're paying their bills, you're making sure the lights are on, everything. And they're going to be spicy as hell.
They just look at you like, so
this.
Who are you?
Like, I'm just helping you out and just being around. I think another spicy animal, another jerk animal would be a lion. Like, they just strut around. Like,
I don't know if they'll be spicy or very...
They'll be very, very...
Yeah, like, you know, anyway, they're all in the cat family now. They're not.
Exactly.
They're all in the family, all of them.
Honestly, I feel like cats would just be... They're just, you know...
Because even like when we'd watch, you know, Discovery Channel with all those tigers and all of them, they're really... There's just something about them, actually. Who's speaking now?
That's it.
Oh,
You know who else would be big jerks? Yeah, ravens. You know, like they can mimic like human voices. You understand? I remember I was watching. I was reading some thread.
I thought it was parrots.
No. Parrots they can mimic people's statements, or ravens can mimic human voices. Yeah. And so I remember I was reading something on Twitter and how like a guy started a gang war between ravens.
What?
And this is what happened. So he started feeding a certain group of ravens that used to hang around with stuff. And so another group came and he ignored the first group and then decided feeding only the other group. You understand? And so this went on for like 3-4 days, like this consistently. He would ignore the first set and another set would come and he would feed those ones. One day, it seemed like the first set got irate. I have to look for this story and share with you. And he attacks the guy. Because, you know.
That is.
As they attacked him, you know, ravens, they're very smart animals. They're very smart birds. As they attacked him, the other gang of birds came and held it down and he attacked the other set of ravens. Like, you can't take food out of our mouth, homie. We're here now, baby. It was like, the guy, like, he narrated the full story. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Especially as, like, they can mimic people and, you know, they move in gangs, yo.
Are you serious?
Have you ever seen, like, one raven?
Know that. I didn't know that about ravens.
Nobody's ever seen, like, one raven. They're like...
No, yeah, they're always together.
A gang, man.
Wow.
And, you know, jerks also, just final one, geese. They chase people, they attack people. Geese are scary.
Kangaroos.
Nah, they're hench, fam.
I don't know if kangaroos be jerks, but they just look aggressive.
In the gym, fam. If you see their muscles, like I need to put a kangaroo picture so people don't think we're exaggerating. Kangaroos are hench. They look like they're benching weights.
They just look like.
I remember when we were younger, they used to look cuddly.
I don't know who did that. Because that was my idea of kangaroos growing up until I started seeing real ones, and I was like, why do they look like they've been working out?
No, I definitely blame Looney Tunes. Just yeah. So it's your question. Oh, no, yes, my question.
It's your question.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with 9.
How would you like to be remembered?
I would like to be remembered as an interesting person.
Okay.
Like I lived a full life. I lived a life in love with God. I remember we discussed this the other day, how, if I died, I didn't really want a lot of stuff on my poster. I just wanted to write husband, son, friend, maybe father, throw it in,
You didn't put father.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, let's say husband,
son, friend.
Husband,
Your
son,
children.
father, friend.
Your children.
Sorry guys, kids in the future. I didn't mean it, yeah, but you know what I mean. I think yeah. You understand?
Okay.
Especially since I'd sort of considered cremation. I'm still thinking it through.
Yeah, you did. I don't know. I haven't thought of that.
I'm still thinking it through.
It's still a bit weird in our culture, I guess.
You bury me in the compound, and then you're now thinking of how to excavate me because you want to expand the compound. Come on, my guy, it's got that time. Send me to the wind when the world ends and God brings people back. I'll be back, baby, like Terminator. I'll be back.
Okay, babe. Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah.
1.
Yeah. Would you rather be a billionaire or have an endless supply of knowledge?
I think endless supply of knowledge.
Isn't that weird? Just knowing everything.
But then you can have knowledge, because I know some people that are really smart. You can have knowledge and have nothing to show for it.
Because you think the rest of the world is stupid.
But then this question is too. No, there are two. You have to put in context. Was okay. I'm a billionaire, but you have to kind of have. You have to have knowledge to be able to keep your money. Unless you will lose all your money.
Definitely, there's that. But then again, the pressure of an endless supply of knowledge, I don't know. Could you be around like normal people with all that knowledge?
I wish they could change that. If they said endless supply of wisdom, I'd have taken it.
Okay. No, because knowledge.
Yeah, because wisdom is knowledge applied.
Like
so
imagine a situation where you're constantly the smartest person in the room, always. Eventually, people are gonna drive you crazy with their stupidity. Even if this person is smart by human standard, you'd think that this person is a maniac. He doesn't know anything.
So I'd pick billionaire as long as I have all the other things that, because you can be a billionaire one day and lose it all.
True.
If you don't have sense, that's the thing. So it's a bit deeper than that.
It takes a long time to spend your billions, to be honest.
My brother.
Like I think it's easier.
By the time you buy yacht, buy this one, buy that one, bro.
Okay, fair enough. But I think it's easier to be not a millionaire than easier to not be a billionaire. Like if you spend 100,000 from your million, 900,000 is nothing. But if you spend 100 million from a billion, you get me? You still have 900 million remaining.
I'm sorry, we need to clarify. Billionaire in what?
No, come on, man. Let's be serious, guys.
I had to check.
A billionaire in real currency, Great British pounds.
Billionaire in what? What is saying? New Nigeria, and our naira will be
in the new Nigeria.
Did you not hear?
Okay, when we get to the new Nigeria, if you hear this, then we know that this is a billionaire in the new Nigeria.
Know your prophecy that this thing will be devalued.
But for now, as of today, in 2022, it's Great British pounds billionaire.
Okay, that works. Okay, so
I'm gonna go with number 2.
For a year, you must wear a T-shirt with one word on it. What word would you pick? Sonship. If you heard that, you know exactly why I said it for him before he even got there. Sonship, because if you follow math or obedience, either obedience,
obedience, baby,
obedience or sonship.
Obedience
is
obey
the Lord. Obedience shall be there. Obedience must be there.
I'm definitely gonna say obedience, yo. I was gonna say it would have been obedience, risen, or sonship. One of those 3 words.
I know.
I don't know if I have any other words in my vocabulary.
I know my husband. Everyday obedience, God.
All right. We have a few minutes remaining. I think. Just a few minutes remaining. So what?
12.
12. What are 2 albums, that's music albums, that have helped to define or mold you as a person?
There are too many.
You can only pick 2.
Gosh, there's so many. In what stage of my life, first of all? Because I have gone from, can they say genres? I've gone from being obsessed with black gospel music. So there was time that Fred Hammond was everything.
And I can see that.
Fred Hammond was, oh my God, Fred.
I can see Fred dancing in your eyes.
Kirk Franklin's an icon, so I feel like Kirk Franklin, for most of us that grew up as Christians, was so.
No, I don't know if I should say this on the podcast.
We won't ask you.
I remember.
This question.
No, I remember when. No, I shouldn't say this. This is about Kirk Franklin.
No, don't say it. Whatever I just want to say.
I don't think I should say it.
Don't say it.
I am being threatened for my life, guys, on camera. So
don't say it.
I've been told not to say it.
So I know that, they say albums, but I can only go with artists because it's hard to say. So I would say Fred Hammond, Kirk Franklin. That was then. I mean, then helped mold me as a person. Bethel Musical, sorry. In fact, there was time we saw song, but Bethel. Sorry, I know they said 2, but like I'm inside music, so Bethel Music. And then Claudia Isaki is my favorite
artist. I think for me, it's obviously Coldplay.
Yes.
Remember, I once, I was on a date once, and she came to my house. And I played some Coldplay. I put my Coldplay DVD on. She's like, "What kind of music is this?" And I knew she had to leave my house instantly. I couldn't. But I remember Rick Ross was also like, there was a time in my life where Rick Ross was such a big influence that anytime I listened to Rick Ross, like, I felt like an emperor. Like, I felt like as if I was that guy. You understand? I had to stop listening to Mobb Deep. When I was young, I stopped listening to Mobb Deep when I was like 22 because every time I listened to Mobb Deep, I wanted to just rob people. I don't know. They all made me want to just like rob. Like, I'll just be like, yo, I need to rob a bunch of dudes.
Very violent set of people.
I don't know. To be honest, I haven't listened to hip hop in a long time. Like, I listened to some classic albums, but when I sometimes see my brother's Instagram stories to check out some of the rappers he's listening, and I'm like an old guy when I complain about mumble rap. Like, what are these guys rapping? It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think the last great rapper we'll probably see is probably Kanye in terms of
music. In terms of that. So
all right.
I know I need to pick song for you, Rick Pino.
Oh yes! Oh my God! How could I forget Rick? Big Ricky.
Pino. Every day. I'm trying to remember the song that is always there's a man on the throne.
Jemimah knows it. See, the genesis of that song here.
Yeah, it pulled him out of a dream.
I was having a bad dream and I'd slept off. I'd never heard of Rick Pino before, nothing. And I remember I was having a bad dream. I was playing Spotify and I'd slept off the music. And I remember it's like as if the song literally grew a hand and literally pulled me out of the dream. That's how I woke up. Yeah. And I remember that was the song. And since that day, I've been obsessed with him.
Rick Pino is maps.
Yeah, man. He's always number 1 on my Spotify list. Every year, at the end of every year, when you check Rick Pino, top of that list. Followed by Cageless Birds. Yes,
Cageless Birds as well. I think I know that this is like another genre, actually, in time of my life that I was always listening to was jazz. Billie Holiday, Ella Fitzgerald, like I was constantly I was listening to a lot of jazz, even some contemporary jazz. Like I was really, really
remember when we found out that me and Mrs. Jones was about adultery?
Yes, I refuse to believe it.
She refuses. It's about him and a woman called Mrs. Jones who's married to somebody else.
I didn't know Mrs. Jones is not his wife.
Me and Mrs. Jones have got a thing going on.
Okay, fine.
Then Seal singing about cocaine.
Okay.
Kiss from a rose.
I will pick a number now. Or is it me or is it you?
I think it's me. I think we can just do the final question.
Okay.
I'm going to pick 3. Have I done 3?
What would you title your memoir? Obedience. Sonship.
No, I'll pick something else. I think I would call it something simple. Being Matthew.
Okay, yeah.
I think I would like that.
That's a good one.
Being me. What would you title your memoir?
That's deep. Can I not just title it my name?
Jemimah.
I know that's really.
You stole my style.
Everything is Gem.
That's your handle.
It can't be title of a memoir. Everything is. I mean, it would cover all the different
phases.
You know, all different phases of my life, all different parts of my life.
Okay. Final question from you. I beg you, pick number 7. I've been gagging to ask you this one. Don't look at it. Why are you looking at it?
You said so. No.
Okay, number 7. The question is, how long would you last in a zombie apocalypse? Day 1.
What?
You'd be done on the because you can't run. Day 1, you're done at it.
What do you mean? What do you mean? In secondary school, I used to sprint.
That was a decade ago.
I used to sprint. Ask my siblings, where are they? I used to sprint in secondary school.
You can't watch blood on a film. You think it's a zombie, you're going to cap. You're done out there, G.
I've watched enough zombie.
6.5 hours max.
You'll be surprised at what adrenaline can do. I'll be the one out there like shooting and all these things. You'll be shocked. You'll see me in action now.
You know, if you make it past 6 hours in a zombie apocalypse and we meet in heaven, I'll be like, you know what? Respect. I'll give you the fist, the black power fist.
I don't even think you can last. You that are talking.
Once they've eaten you after the 6 hour mark, I'll be less worried about stuff.
What?
Up until then, I have to keep an eye on you, which means I'm doing double the work.
Thank you guys for tuning in, because at this point, we say once I've been eating, it's time to end this podcast.
Wow. Okay, guys. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed.
I hope you enjoyed our little
Q&A.
Yeah. Quiz.
And
something.
To be honest, if you were eating, I would be sad.
If you guys have any more questions for us, please drop a comment, like the video, share, subscribe. Jesus
Tell
in the real.
People about Jesus in the real. Yeah. We are about 459 followers.
I think it's even more than that.
Okay, whatever the number is, it's not yet 1,000.
Yeah.
And we are hoping for 1,000 subscribers between now and I'm gonna throw a wild date out, September.
Hey, it's possible.
I know you can do it. I need you to subscribe. So we want to hit 1,000 subscribers. If you enjoy our content, please do subscribe.
Yeah.
Share, like, your comments. We love hearing from you because there's so many comments that we love seeing and reading. Mm-hmm. I think next episode we'll read out a few of the comments.
Yeah, actually, we've gotten some really cool comments.
Yeah, but have been really encouraging to us. Thank you. Yeah, we're off for lunch. Something. I remember I woke up last night obsessed with egusi soup. Yeah,
so he wants to get egusi soup.
Yeah, so we want to go to a place and eat some egusi.
All right, guys. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.